Welcome to OMV, Respect the Game podcast. I'm your host, Tay. We have Rezz and Akil here. Rezz is here to talk about the basketball 5-on-5 tournament, and Akil will be here to support the fishing derby. So, Rezz, you want to tell us a little bit about the 5-on-5 tournament and I guess how it came about?
It definitely was going on, and the fishing derby, at the reservoir was a big thing. So basically, when the fishing derby was going on, we just collabed and did the tournament at the same time. Just made it one big community event. So the fishing derby going on, then the basketball tournament.
Okay. So Akil, would you say that the fishing derby was kind of the grind?
Yeah, it's definitely a springboard. I think with Rezz coming in with the derby,
Yes.
doing a community outreach event on the same day made sense. Having the derby kind of kicked off in the morning and then finish it up with the basketball tournament in the evening. So it kind of went hand in hand with the community outreach programs that we're doing.
Okay. Would you say, so is this like a age limit, an age bracket, I guess, with this derby, or anybody could come?
Yeah, the derby is really centered around the youth and senior citizens, but all ages can participate, but
Okay.
only 17 and under are eligible for prizes.
Okay.
So the biggest catch of the day for boys and girls, they receive prizes at the end of the day, all the fish are weighed, and but anybody can participate. But it's really centered around the youth and senior citizens, but it's a community event.
Okay. So do you guys have equipment and, I guess, what do I need to bring to come to the derby, I guess, if that makes sense?
Yeah, this year we'll have a few poles to hand out and some tackle and some bait.
Okay.
But we will recommend if you're between the ages of 18 to 64, bring your own gear.
Okay.
But we will have some equipment to hand out to
For the youth,
to
okay.
participants out there. Yeah, but I suggest live bait or fake, whatever tickles their fancy.
Works.
It'll be quite a different type of fish out there, so anything will work, even hot dogs or
Okay.
wax worms.
Hot dogs. Okay, they fishing with hot dogs. That's crazy. So can we catch fish with hot dogs? Because I ain't never seen that happen before.
I have seen it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I guess you can win prizes like that. So I guess what type of event would you call, what would you say the event's like? Is it just it's just going to be competitions, or is there other things for people that's not fishing and playing basketball? Can we come out to the event? What other, what things are there to offer, I guess?
Yeah, there's usually vendors that'll walk around with pamphlets I know we have people that came out last year and 2 years ago that were handing out healthy nutritional drinks and trying to get people to get into organic milkshakes and
Okay.
juice bars. We usually have a
I'm for
nice
that.
crowd that shows up and kind of hands out pamphlets to the crowd.
Okay. What about music? I'm talking about, is we throwing a party or not? Is this for the people?
Yes.
There'll be some music playing out there.
Okay,
We'll
some
have
music
going.
playing,
Yeah.
some games, some barbecue.
There'll be games set up for the kids. So we have a backyard bass game set up, and it's kind of like a squares, and there's fish in each square, and it helps them learn how to cast with direction and length. So distance.
Maybe I need to come to I don't even know how to fish.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Come out. We will
yeah.
teach
Fishing
them
is
how to
really
work.
a sport, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that, but you
It's a way of
probably
life for us.
you probably participated in the derby just being there with the competition as well.
Yes, definitely. Because, like you said, it's a sport. It's like a lifestyle. It's just what you want to do with it. It's good. Peace of mind.
Yeah, so we're really trying to instill the love of fishing in the youth and in the community. Our motto is each one, teach one, each one, take one. If you learn how to fish, you will never have to worry about where your food source will come from. So that's what, only take what you need. We also preach conservation, taking care of the environment, taking care of nature, and the nature will take care of you. So as long as you don't abuse what's out there, it'll always be something for you to take home and something for you to eat. So that's what we're really trying to instill, conservation, the love of nature, being in touch with the outside, get away from the games, put the tablet down, and come out and
I love
fish
it.
with us.
I love it.
Fun
I think
without
our
Wi-Fi.
Yes, I think our youth need that a lot. So I like what y'all bring into the community. I want to ask this question. So the reservoir is not really that big to me. I'm not from here. Where are we getting all this fish from?
So we've partnered with the DNR of Indiana. this is a recent partnership. So the DNR started a program, I would say about either 8 or 9 years ago, that's called urban fishing. And they would go to different locations in the state of Indiana and actually stock the ponds and the reservoirs with fish. They mainly stock catfish within the cities, but they also go to like parks here, Show Park. They'll put in bass, they put in salmon, they put in a lot of catfish.
Okay.
So the reservoir was almost neglected because the DNR will only partner with the parks in the city if they're maintained and well kept. So that means that you can't have a certain amount of trash or debris in the water because the fish have to be able to survive. So one of the main initiatives of the Fort Wayne Community Fishing Club was to keep knocking at that door of the DNR to say, hey, come out. We want you to participate. We want you to partner with us. So for the past, I would say either 2 or 3 years, the DNR has came out and actually put fish into the reservoir because we've been helping them maintain the
cleanliness
yes,
of the
quality level of the water.
Yes.
But then one of our initiatives at the Fort Wayne Community Fishing Club is we do fundraisers and then we actually stock the reservoir with fish.
Wow.
Oh yeah, a couple like 1,000 pounds we'll put into the reservoir just for this event to make sure anglers have a good chance of catching a fish out there.
So can we take the fish home?
Yes.
Okay, that's what because I'm like, they put all this fish in there. We got to be able to take some home for the fish fry.
Yes.
That's good.
That's the main thing, taking home. As long as that's about being the conservationist, it's just if you take it home where it has, please eat the fish.
Okay.
If you don't know how to clean fish and you want to learn, like we have some YouTube
Oh, y'all got
videos.
people there for that?
Well, we'll have some people out there.
Oh, okay. Can
guys
gut it
are
out
right,
and show you
yeah.
how to do it. Okay.
Yes, definitely
And
in the right
is it gonna be a
direction.
fish fry set up on set? I want to fry my fish right now. We got some deep fryers going over. I want to know all this stuff. You know.
It'll be a grill set up out there.
Okay.
The lunch is free for the kids, but we really haven't had any fish fries out there.
Okay,
But
we're gonna
that's
have
a
to
good
get
idea.
that
That is a great
incorporated.
idea,
See,
like-
you know, I'm all about
Yeah.
ideas, man.
Catch, clean, and cook it right there. I'm
Yeah.
with that.
Right.
So let's hear a little bit about the basketball tournament, if you don't mind spilling a little bit about like how it's set up. You know, I guess maybe a little bit of the structure behind it. Is it just kind of I can come up and play, or you got to sign up in advance, or
You have to sign up in advance. And most people, they put their team in. What I call the team boss come. They put their team in. They register.
Okay.
And the first ones, like I cut it off like at 10, 12 teams.
Okay.
And each team has their own identity, whatever. And most teams are.
Is it like bracket play or like?
It's bracket like this one's
Okay.
bracket play, double elimination.
Oh, double elimination. Okay, so you can still be in it after the first loss.
Yes.
So it's a 2-day tournament. So within the first day, I can lose 2 times, or if I lose 2 times on the first day, I'm not in the tournament the next day.
You're basically just out.
Oh,
of it.
okay. So it's a single. Okay.
It's like a road to the championship on the next day, and then once that's like a big event. A lot of people come out. It's like a good community event, field vibe, music, food, all that.
Okay.
But everything's leading starting from the fishing derby.
Okay. So have you guys ever thought about? And I don't know. This is just a suggestion or idea. Have you guys ever thought about doing something where? Like, I know we don't put any money into this. It's kind of like all volunteers. I'm guessing this is you can let me know. It's all about volunteers and what they put into the event. But like maybe, the teams that sign up, we could put money in to help give back to the community. Like, and the funds could go towards helping keep the reservoir and everything else clean. Like, I don't know. It's just a thought process, like a gain money for the environment kind of thing. I just throwing that out there, I guess. Have we ever thought of something like that?
One thing I just noticed, like, I see a lot of younger kids, they have shoes on, they were playing Crocs.
Oh, so that
I was
could be
here. Then when I was asking why did he play Crocs, he was like, I have no gym shoes.
Oh, see that, and that could be like, hey,
And I was thinking definitely sending them to do something to give back the kids, like that's trying to at least do some physical activity, play outside,
Yeah, like
and
maybe-
get some shoes, like some genuinely used shoes.
I like that.
Because a lot of people know, like this newer generation, they don't go outside, so why you gonna have gym shoes?
I ain't think about that.
So they're not experiencing life experience with going outside, so you'll have Crocs on. And some didn't know better, like he told me was one young cat, it is better when you play in gym shoes. I'm like,
hey man, that's crazy.
you
Yeah,
live
but
and learn, I guess. But you have to realize, like, they don't go outside that much to do activities.
Be surprised what you hear from the kids. So is this a 18 and up league, or can I be like, say I'm a real talented 16-year-old? Could I?
Yeah, you could be in there. You just have to do some paperwork.
Oh, okay. So certain different paperwork for the kids that's under 18, right? Correct. Yeah. Okay, but anybody could.
Every once in a while we get like somebody in high school or medical school or something.
That might be in it. Okay, is that for injury purposes, kind of?
Yeah. Okay. Just liabilities.
Okay. Well, this definitely sounds like a big thing. I see. We have a picture up here of the.
This is the last year champs of the Rezz Life.
Okay.
Team Vision. I think actually out of all the Rezz Life tournaments I do throughout the year, I think the team that won the most of them.
The most. So they didn't just win 2023. They won 2022 and probably before that.
I think the year before that, Team Bloomingdale. I don't know from Bloomingdale Park won, but throughout the year they consistently win.
So you think they got a chance of running it back then?
Yeah, they got a chance, but we got some. You never know who's going to be on the team. That's one thing. You never know who's going to be on the team. So
that's interesting.
Surprises.
Yeah, no, definitely interesting.
They definitely got it. That he was MVP, Terrell Cruz, and that's the team boss right there, Carlos, Derek, and I think some.
Yeah. No, I know a few of those guys actually. So that's good.
They're definitely going to be trying to run back and defend their the championship, the title.
Good. So let me know a little bit about y'all background, like anything, I guess, that you guys do outside of the fishing derby and things like that. One of you want to spill on?
I mean, I have a full-time job outside of it.
I mean, we all got a full-time job. But, like, any other things you guys are doing in the community? I think earlier we talked a little bit offset. You said something about a garden or...
Yeah. One of the programs, so the Fort Wayne Community Fishing Clubs has a few different programs within the club. One initiative that we kicked off last year that actually started a year before, but it really took flight last year, is an AC urban or community garden, where we're trying to instill again the love of nature for the youth, and it's really centered around instilling peace and serenity and tranquility within an urban environment while we grow some vegetables that will help us sustain a lifestyle for ourselves.
You all about sustaining, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
So it goes hand in hand with the fishing club. We go out and catch fish, and then we go pick some vegetables from the garden, and we have a meal. Again, if we ever have to go off the grid, we'll be okay.
I love it, man. So, that's my type of lifestyle right there.
All organic. I know you like that.
Don't do me. Off the grid.
Yeah, so this year, one of our main focuses will be a mesclun mix, which is an organic salad mix. So if you've ever been to a salad bar like Sweetwater and you go out and pick out your lettuces, that's the type of lettuce that they have out there. It's just a mix that you can combine for the base of your salad. So that'll be about 35 to 40% of the garden this year. Nice. But we'll also have cucumbers and jalapenos and tomatoes and green beans and squash and collards and kale and all the good stuff that that we like.
So I guess I got a question. So are we selling this? Do we have our own market? Like, I know they got like the downtown farmers market. Like, maybe we don't participate in that, but maybe we have our own thing going on in the community that people don't know about. Like, could you
so
a little bit on that?
Again, we're trying to really get the program started.
Okay.
So we looked into the farmers market because it's actually located 1.2 miles away from Electric Works.
Oh.
So it's right up the street from where they have the farmer markets at every week.
Nice.
And the booth doesn't cost as much, but I looked into some of the requirements, and I don't know if we're ready to take it there yet. So right now, all of the food is being donated.
Okay.
We just accept any donations that we get, but it's really to serve the members of the community. So anybody is welcome to come over and pick vegetables. And if they leave $1, $2, we welcome that. We're really not selling anything with a certain price tag right now.
And what about help and volunteers? Like, how could people get involved with something like that? That sounds like something.
If they go to the website, FortWayneCommunityFishingClub.com, you can see the different programs that we have listed there. And the AC Urban Garden is one of those programs. You can get in touch with our president or vice president or treasurer. All our contact information is on there. My information is on there as well.
Nice.
But right now, it's just the community members and the fishing club members that are taking care of the garden. So we go out there and really just weed and water and maintain it right now.
Nice. All right, what about you, man, Mr. Rezz? Could you actually? I want to know what Rezz like stand for. Is it an acronym or anything behind that? Like, is it a deeper meaning to how you came up with Rezz Life? You know?
It's just basically perspective. Like Rez could be short for the Reservoir Park,
Okay.
and my full name is Therese. A lot of people don't know.
Okay. Look, he said I'm gonna slide this both ways. I see you. But definitely.
And the Rez Life just basically the lifestyle of playing outdoors and that part, the whole atmosphere, and from there.
Can I get one of them shirts that say Rezz Life? I want to be cool.
Yeah, I could get you.
All
I can help you. I got you.
You're already cool, Tay. Don't worry.
So I guess what is it like? Do you do any broadcasting, radio, or any community events outside of this 5-on-5 tournament?
Yeah, definitely. Have a radio show that airs on WELT 95.7. That's more like community based.
Okay.
I play mixes of like new music.
So you a DJ?
Huh? Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna be DJing at the event?
I set this on the playlist. I'm gonna have a DJ there.
Okay,
too.
okay.
Yeah, so
That's what's up,
definitely
man.
doing that. So I definitely do that, and I like interview people that's doing stuff in the community.
Okay.
And go for there.
So this is new. This ain't new to you. This natural. You just
Yeah,
you want to
can
say.
that.
So did you play basketball since you throwing the basketball tournament? Did you play basketball?
Yeah, I played, but I ain't played too much organized like
Okay.
teams and stuff. That's
So I was about to say, if you tell me you ain't played, I'd be like, you like 7 feet tall and you ain't never played basketball.
But yeah, I definitely I made a name for myself when I played down here. So
That's good.
That got to me this situation.
Okay.
Definitely from getting a park renovated to doing these events and stuff, these community.
So when you say park renovated, so I noticed I've been here for maybe like 10 years in Fort Wayne. I noticed that the park wasn't like it is now. Like it's in great standing. Like tell me a little bit about the renovation of the park and how you guys were able to revamp the park and get it to where it is now today.
Because basically it was, I don't know how, but it wasn't the best condition. Just had to knock on the door and just kept going at them, and because that park was like one of the highest traffic places where people was playing basketball at, and just using kind of meetings and just built from there. And next thing you know, we connected with the program and with the artists, and we got the whole thing renovated with that program.
The artist. So there's an artist that
he's the artist that designed that and stuff.
Oh, okay. And that's how y'all came up with the color scheme and everything else to go with it. Yeah, it's a nice park. If y'all haven't been out to the reservoir, get out this weekend because it's really a vibe down there. And they gonna have food and fish and all that good stuff. So that's definitely a focus. So yeah.
Yeah, some of the other partners that we work with are the Fort Wayne Urban League Youth and the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So we have a couple of different programs that go on throughout the year, and it's an ongoing thing. It's not just this one event that we do at this weekend. Like this is a culmination. I think this is our main event, but we have ongoing events that go all throughout the year.
Okay.
So it's really, this is like our main thing, but it's just other things that we're doing.
So will they be able to find out about these other events at this event? Like,
we'll have information. So like I brought a package.
Yes.
This will be available there.
Okay.
But then like a lot of information is also available on our website, FortWayneCommunityFishingClub.com.
All right. Oh, that's good. That's all good intake, guys. Anything else you guys want to add to kind of wrap up on anything?
No, definitely just come out and follow everything at Rezz Life on all social platforms. And my name on social platforms is Mr. Rezzy Rezz for more information.
The main thing, I just want to say that this event is just one of many of our community outreach programs. We intend to grow the club, and we encourage and invite people to, if you've never fished before, if you don't know how to fish, or if you never know how to bait a hook, or even how to string a pole, that's what we're here for. The grandparents that have grandchildren, they may not have somebody to take their grandchildren fishing. If you connect with the club, we'll make sure that we get your grandchild out there and a fishing pole in their hand. We're trying to do community outreach programs in the summertime throughout the fall to just meet us here, and I will be available. The cup limits will be available to fish with your family and your kids. So again, we've partnered with the DNR, and they're doing some great things in the city. And Lakeside Park is also one that they stock to fish in. And
Oh, nice.
I've been out there many times and seen kids out there, and I'm like, hey, you need some help, or I'll help them fish. And that's where I've actually seen the hot dogs being used to catch the
man,
catfish.
them hot
So,
dogs.
Getting that secret out.
Them
he
hot
told me
dogs.
about the catfish. I was having a bad day out there. He told me about the hot dogs, and it was working. So I think that'll be one thing that we're really going to kick off and put some dates onto the website and say, hey, on this Saturday at this time between 8 to 12 or 8 to 2 will be available. So
Okay.
come out and we'll be there. We can get your kids hooked up with some gear, and we'll
Yep.
fish with them. You know, we'll light
Man.
that fire, start that path.
Let's do it. We need more people like this definitely in the community. I really do appreciate what y'all doing out here. Y'all really making an impact, definitely.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Question from the audience.
Any-
You have to have a permit to come out there or no? License or anything?
If you're under the age of 18, you do not need a permit. If you are over the age of 18 but not over the age of 65, then you will need a fishing license. That's regulated by the state of Indiana through the DNR. Most of the times we will correlate the fishing derby with a free fishing day, which on free fishing days you don't need to have a fishing license. I think they do 2 a year. This year we weren't able to correlate the free fishing day with the derby, so I'm not saying that they're going to come out and check permits or check licenses. They could,
But
but
you
I've never,
technically, right.
I've never had anybody come out, and it'll be a lot of people out there. And I know a few years ago, I think we had even some state troopers that showed up, and some DNR officers came out, but they weren't checking licenses.
think they
were
just
out
happy to
there
see people at the
They were
event
just out
and
there interacting with
have
the
a-
community, and
Yeah.
it's not going to be that serious of an event. They're not. I don't think they're going to be too serious on that. They
That's
know
good.
they know what we're doing. They know it's an event, so I don't think they're going to do that. But like the fish will still be in there, so it won't be fished out just from this derby. Your chances of being carded when we're out there are slim. If you go out there when we're not having an event and you want to go fish it, then I would say get
Make
a
su-
license. You
make
can get
sure.
online, go to the DNR website, indnr.com, and you can purchase your permit or your license online. I think it's $17 right now.
Okay. See, that's not too pricey.
If you do a combo, you can do a fishing and hunting license, I think, for $23 right now.
Oh, that's real nice.
That's pretty simple.
So do you hunt then?
Yes,
Okay. So you all inclusive with the club.
that's right.
So y'all got no hunter club. I mean, like to teach the.
No.
Okay.
So we partnered with a program through the Boys and Girls Club last year, and it's a company in Central Indiana that's hunt, feed, fish.
Okay.
So I think it was sponsored by Xfinity, actually, at the Boys and Girls Club last year. And that model kind of really just resonated with us because we're kind of doing the same thing. Sustainable lifestyle where you don't have to depend on going to the grocery store all the time. Hunting, fishing, growing your own vegetables, it's all connected. You know, take care of the nature, and nature will take care of you. Again,
That is true.
same with fishing, is hunting. Only take what you need.
Okay.
It's a little bit different hunting and fishing. So
Okay.
if you need some, I would recommend getting into fishing first because it's a little bit smaller, depending on what you fish for compared to what you're going to hunt for. But if you're not familiar with cleaning,
So y'all ain't hunting
game.
possums and skunks and little small
Squirrels.
roadkill. And,
rabbits about is the smallest thing
Okay.
that we'll really get off into. That I kind of feel
you had a deep fried rabbit before?
grilled rabbit, but I haven't had it fried.
I had one.
You did? What it taste like? Chicken? They
It was
always
dry.
say.
It was real dry. Last year.
Oh, they overcooked that one. Look. No.
Yeah, my game of choice would be deer.
Deer.
And the deer season is, you get a small window depending on what type of firearm you're using. If you have a bow, the season is a little bit longer.
Okay.
Muzzle loaders. But if you're using a rifle, this about a 2-week window. It's
Okay.
towards the end of the year. So in Indiana, it's pretty cold out. You know, November to December is the hunting season here.
Okay.
And you have to have a permit for that too as well. That's why I would suggest if you're really off into learning about it, again, I think if you were born after the year 1986, you have to go through, it's a program for young hunters. It's like learning how to hunt to make sure that you have all the regulations and bylaws covered.
Okay.
But if you were born before then, you don't need to go through the program. You can just buy your license. But if
Okay.
you're born after 1986, you would have to go through the program. It's not difficult. You just ask you some questions and some
Right,
training.
right.
It's all about bylaws and regulations. So
Wow. So there we have it, man. That's a spill on all the sports, and one that pretty new to the set, but definitely appreciate having all this knowledge on the show. So I want to thank both of our hosts.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely.
appreciate it.
Any last words that you guys want to do to tie our ends?
Matt, please come out. Get onto the website, FortBendCommunityFishingClub.com, acurbangarden.com. You can see our journey. We've taken it from a vacant lot, just trash and clutter, and completely renovated the garden. And we kind of are showing you the steps of how to do this in your backyard. So we don't hide anything. We're showing you step by step of how you can do this, and then actually showing things being grown out there. And now we're in year 2. And again, the same things are happening.
This
We're doing
only
it step
year
by
2?
step.
That's crazy.
So you can
man.
see it as it started from us actually breaking the ground with the side cutter, going back in, tilling it up, going back in, laying down the rows, going back in, planting those seeds, putting those plants down, setting up the water and filtration system out there. We're really trying to show others how they can follow this path and grow their own vegetables. So I really would recommend coming out, looking at those websites, getting involved. Again, if we encourage you to plant your own things, it's a community garden. Nobody's going to stop you from doing anything. We encourage that. I would love to have more participation with that.
I'm for it.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words for you, Rezz?
No, that's basically it. Nothing.
All right. Well, we like to thank our hosts, guys. And thanks for being here on the show. We'll see you here back in 2 weeks. And we're out.